Oh, iPhone was Hope.
Okay, that's great. Live.
She's saying something about a picture.
All righty.
You already
I think I can
shared it?
share my screen. Yes, we are live. Good evening. Okay. We're going to let the algorithm work itself real quick. 1 second.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Y'all better be glad I ain't got my tambourine, because I would definitely be shaking it. We're going to allow everyone to get on. Come on in the room, like this video, share it to your pages, share it with your business pages, share it with your family. Tambourine.
Oh, okay, that's me. Okay.
Share,
Okay.
like, share. It might look like I'm looking out, but I'm looking over to share to my Facebook business. So y'all do the same.
Same. Good evening. Okay. I'm sharing too. And then I'm going to get back on it.
Okay. Is there a reason why I guess mine is green at the moment.
Yeah, once you click on it, sorry. Um, yeah, once you click on it, it's Hi, Miss Michelle. Good evening to you. I'm just gonna do this.
Y'all come on in, like, share.
There's this
Y'all like
can't even play my song I want. I'm trying to see if I can play it. Hold on. We got 2 minutes. Let me
it?
see if I can play it. See if I can play it. Let me know if you all can hear it. Hold on.
Yep, I gas me up.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
Take up space, sis. Got my room with this. Take up space, sis. I got my room with this. I'm a trip for this. They cannot resist. The space is on the abyss. Take up space, sis. I hype me up, I gas me up. I hype me up, I gas me up. I hype me up, I gas me up. Take up space, sis. Got my room with this. I'm a trip for this. The space is on the abyss. Push through, sis. It's a ghetto, not designed for my being. I know when to chill. I'm humble, yeah, I don't shy away from compliments. I receive, I'm worth the fuss. I know this inner work will take me from petty to queen to goddess to priestess. Competing in comparison, it's a no for me, dawg. My growth is not duplicatable or copy friendly. I am powerful beyond measure. The version of me others created in their mind is not my responsibility. I normalize saying no when others want too much from me. I uproot any soul ties of attachment that has held me hostage to lower paradigms of thought, feeling, expressing, and womaning. sis. Got my room with this. I'm a fool for this. Rest is a revolution and a luxury. I'm learning to step out of survival mode. I wake up to my own BS. Awareness put me on. There ain't nobody to put me on. I am the blueprint. I allow others to tell on themselves. Their true nature will be revealed. That's what I gotta know. I love myself and others out loud. I am proud of what and who I love. I do the most for mine. I use my voice, my heart, my thoughts, my truth to speak up about what I want. I don't use coded.
Okay.
Yes. Snap, snap, snaps. Ladies.
That's my
Yeah.
song. That's my song. Tom Jones should get you if you are looking for an artist that specializes in affirmation. Check her out. That's one of my favorite songs. One of my other great sisters uh, put me on to that, Miss Amber Booth McCoy, years ago, and I promise you, it's been just that song. That's my hype song. So ladies and for gentlemen that's watching me, because I know my great husband is watching and my son, and hopefully if there are other men that's on here, good evening. I am Shanquetta Cunningham. I stand here as a Black woman, uh, celebrating, excited, championing, and just in awe of great women that I get to do life with. I am the CEO of Caris Group Consulting. This year marks 11 years in the space of entrepreneurship, serving nonprofit organizations and doing board facilitation and public speaking, all of this work. And about 8 years ago, 7 years ago, actually, I contacted 10 Black women here in Jonesboro and asked if they would like to meet over a cup of coffee to discuss business. It wasn't anything for anyone to be an expert, but simply to foster community that we did not have on a regular basis here in Jonesboro, Arkansas, for Black women starting businesses, growing businesses. And while we had some great women in business, and still do, of course, we didn't have a community. So, Over a Cup initiative was birthed. Did not think it would turn into a nonprofit. It was simply a call to gather. But here we are. And I'm so excited. And one of the great women that I've been privileged to meet through Over a Cup, and also now we're just tied at the hip, and who has gone through one of our signature income programs, LEAP, Leveraging Expertise to Accelerate Profit Business Academy, is Miss Whitney Carter. And I will allow her to introduce herself so we can get started.
Hi, everyone. I am Whitney Carter. I am the CEO of BCST Consulting, all things consulting, under the great mentorship of Shanquetta Cunningham. I have enjoyed the last 2 years have been like the blast of my business. I have been in entrepreneurship for 4 years, but the last 2 years I have actually become an entrepreneur through the LEAP program and the mentorship of Shanquetta Cunningham. I'm excited to be here tonight, Shanquetta, to honor great women, Black women in entrepreneurship. I am excited to co-host tonight with you, and I am just looking forward to meeting these women tonight.
Awesome. So, this is a celebration of women as we are concluding Women's History Month on March 31st. But also, I think it's important to ensure that we celebrate not only those past, but while we are able to stand on the shoulders of these giants. And one of those great women was Madam C.J. Walker, who, as most of us know, was the first Black woman, a millionaire and self made millionaire in our nation. And starting in 1908, she established the blueprint of philanthropy. Before there was Carnegie and Rockefeller, and all these people that you see on libraries, it was a Black woman who mixed business with philanthropy, because giving is nothing new to our community. And so, in that spirit and celebration, we are also coupling this celebration as a way to support Over a Cup initiative, for us to expand the work to support, connect, mentor, and resource Black women entrepreneurs in Northeast Arkansas. And so throughout the program, you will be provided with opportunities to donate at $25, $50, $108 in the name of Madam CJ Walker, or whatever's your pleasure, because nonprofit does not mean no profit, and we have not because we ask not. So this is our celebration with our ask for you to support Black women entrepreneurs in our area. So with that, we're going to go ahead and get started with our first Black woman in business. If you know her, which most of you do, unless you're sleeping under a rock in Jonesboro, Dr. Yvette Allen Moore, who is the
Yes.
CEO and founder of Tote More. Also, she's a consultant. She's also executive director, chief officer, also a mom, also the president of, the Tree Association, aka BST, DWI, all the
All the
acronyms. And
things.
she's definitely DEI, because she definitely earned every position that she has, the epitome of it. So we have Dr. Yvette Allen Moore joining us.
Woo!
Celebration, y'all clap it up.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Whitney, let's roll right into it. Would you like to start with Dr. Moore?
Sure. Great to have you tonight, Dr. Moore.
Thank you. Thank you.
I love the reactions coming on the screen. So Dr. Moore, just tell us a little bit about the nature of your work. Just give us a little bit about Tote More.
Yeah, absolutely. Tote More, as you can, it combines, right? My last name Moore, and the tote bag, right? So you think about tote bags and the multiple things that women do as we go through just our daily activities. It was designed with organization in mind, right? So it looks to help women stay organized with everything they do. Our most popular bags, for example, are the work tote and a travel tote. And both of those come with multiple compartments when you think about all the things you have to carry on a daily basis, whether it's your laptop, your water bottle, whatever other product you want to put together, so you don't have to have so many bags. So it was built with organization in mind, and keeping in mind that busy woman who has a lot of things to carry with her as she goes about her daily activities.
I love it. I love it. Yes. Keep me organized. Keep me
Yes, that was me. I had like 3 bags. I'm like, I need to get one thing, right, that serves all these purposes.
I feel convicted. I feel a
Don't
little
be
convicted.
convicted. When you get off, Dr. Moore, if you can drop your link so we all can get
I already
organized.
have to. Yes, I put it in the chat.
Okay.
Put it in the
Oh,
chat as
perfect,
well.
perfect.
Yes.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Dr. Moore, tell us what's the most amazing thing about being a woman?
Absolutely. So when I think about that, I think the first thing that came to my mind is nurture. And so I think about, and for some reason, like this is sitting in my spirit, like how women birth nations, right? And not just in the literal sense, but also it made me think about like the women who poured into me who are not blood related, right? But who also nurture as well. So we think about, our moms, our aunts who are blood related, right? But also those people who are just mentors who pull you to the side to kindly say, hey, sis, I know this is good, but this is how you are great, right? Or, kindly correct you because no one's perfect, and just helping those things. And so the first thing that came to mind when you asked that was nurture, and just kind of birthing nations in the literal sense, but also people just kind of stepping in to do that. But also just that get it done spirit, right? Being connected in my experience to women who just get it done. I can't think of, and thankfully the women I'm surrounded by and want to be surrounded by are women who just get it done. You see a problem thrown at them and they figure out how to get it done. And that's just influences me a lot. And so I appreciate that. So nurture and just the spirit of getting it done is what I would say is the best thing for me about being a woman.
I love that. I love that. That resonates so with me. Just I'm just thinking about, and not because we're on this live together, but how Shanquetta has just
Mhm,
nurtured the entrepreneur in me. And so that really does resonate with me. So tell us, why is it important to celebrate women and walk in purpose in the community,
mhm.
especially with the connection of Over a Cup?
Yeah, absolutely. So when you think about that, I think of purpose. And I think that the purpose of community, right? It helps you walk in your purpose. I think a lot of times in life, women are either taught or shown to compete and that there's only room for a couple or one at the top. And so I think that when you really walk into your purpose, you begin to realize no one can do what you do like you do it, right? Even if they
Come
do
on.
thing or sell the same product, right? You put your own flair on that. And so many times we're pushed into these situations where people try to make us compete and compare ourselves, right, to one another. And so I think the spirit of community is because you can't do all the things, right? So that community
Right.
say, hey, here's my lane, here's what I'm really great at. And then here's, this person's lane. But imagine that team that comes together and how powerful you are. I'm sure most people can think about, hey, I do this really well. My friend does this really well. This other person I work with does this really well, and how that's great versus if you try to do all that on your own, you will break yourself. And I think that that power of I don't have to be it all is helpful. And I think about like we just had our second child in February, and so I think about community was so important with that, right? Because you think about, yeah, you could try to do it all, but who's going to give up sleep if somebody else is, volunteering to come over and keep, the child for a couple of hours, right? So when you begin to need that type of help, you think about those things as well. So I compared that having that second child as well to having community. You just need to be able to stay in your lane, right? And be a part of a group and a community so you don't tire yourself out and so you can be the best that you can be.
Yes, you said quite a bit in that one thing. Stay in your lane.
Oh,
If
yeah.
we can all just as women, as a community, just know that what we have in that lane it's an asset to the whole thing, unity.
Yeah.
Like we just put this part and this part
Absolutely.
together and it just comes together as a whole. And we can do
Mhm.
more when we stay in our lane. Um that's
Absolutely.
yes, yes,
For
yes.
sure.
So, Dr. Moore, why are you encouraging others to give and support to Over a Cup?
Absolutely. The very thing I just said, when you talk about community, and you talk about having women, Black women to call on when you just may have a question, right? Who help encourage you. You may be thinking about this or want to do this to encourage you to give you the knowledge that you need, right? It's not just people coming together, chit-chatting, we do network, but it's getting down to the nitty-gritty of the business. How do I move my business forward? It's that community and reminding people again, you don't have to do it on you can't do it on your own, right? Let's be realistic here.
Yes.
And so I think that when you think about Over a Cup, it's good to for organizations like this to donate to make sure that women realize, very much like your title, their power, right? How much more
Yes.
powerful are you with that community? And I know just being a part of that group and connecting with so many other women, how in my life you just want to be connected to those powerful women because when you are with people who are walking in that purpose, that makes you that much better. And for those reasons and more, certainly I encourage people to donate to Over a Cup.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it from Dr. Moore herself. The encouragement to donate. And in the vein of donating, you can go to Cash App and it is $ OACJB. You can donate right now. No amount is too small. When it comes, as you heard our illustrious CEO of Over a Cup say earlier, no amount is too small because nonprofit doesn't mean no profit. So we encourage you 10, 15, 20, 25, 50. You don't even got to do the cap of 108. You all, and especially if you're tied to Dr. Moore, she is just encourage you to donate. So if y'all can put in the four line, Dr. Yvette Moore or Tote Moore,
Or
then
total.
yes, yes. And there are going to be throughout the show, we are going to shout out people who have already donated. We've already got donations, and we really do appreciate everyone. Shanquetta?
Awesome. So let me just first say I am so grateful for my fellow tall. With heels on, we both stand well over 6 feet and we look amazing in it. And no, we're not going to stop. Uh, wearing heels, you get what you get. Don't throw a fit. And so I just want to thank you, Dr. Moore, and also patronize in this era to where we are in an economic boycott as well for mass retail. And yes, nonprofits can advocate and support initiatives and events and declarations and policies that advance the state of entrepreneurship for our community. I think while we are training our dollars to go into the right places, ensure that we invest in ourselves. We know that the circulation of the Black dollar in the Black community does not circulate at all. And so I think this is so important to where if you're looking for the next bag, if I have any sorority sisters that are coming on here, you all know that we're about to head to regional conference and you're looking for an extra tote bag, extra packing bag because you're about to pack extra anyways, please go ahead and click on Tote More and support. And then while you're also ensure that you donate to Overcup. Dr. Moore, thank you so much. Whitney, y'all, I'm kind of like putting her on the spot and she is rocking and rolling with it. Isn't she doing amazing? Man, she was like, wait a minute. You said my name and just left me out here. And plus, I had
In
to
my
charge up my
head, I
phone.
did.
This
I'm
is the
like,
whole
okay.
time, but I had to charge up my laptop. I was about to go dead. So you did so well. Thank you, Dr. Moore. I appreciate
Thank you.
your time. We're going to call up now our next phenomenal woman in our celebration of women and over a cup. The first woman and African American woman in the city of Jonesboro to open up a full time, not a cart, a full brick and mortar business to for Black women and all the things that we need done. I love being able to go in and also rack up my points with Ebony Expressions. We have the Mrs. Terrell Patterson. We're looking for
Yeah.
you to unmute. You're up. I know she's also literally very still in the shop as well. And so she did share that. Miss Terrell, you ready? We'll give her a minute or so. With that being said, I did drop in the chat with the donation link for PayPal. You do not have to have a PayPal account to support Over a Cup. You That's just the platform, but you can also use debit and credit to support Over a Cup as well as donate via Cash App. We have the Mrs. Terrell Patterson joining, looking so lovely, still at work in the new expanded shop.
Yes, I am still here. So I was trying to do a couple of things. I apologize for the tardiness.
No, you're just fine. Will you share your address? Because I've told them like, listen, anything here, she sees me all the time, not looking like this, because she gets to see the real when I have the hat on.
Yes, yes. Hey, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to come in looking like that so you can get ready for the next glow up.
Yes, but she sees the real, the hat down, the
Yes.
sweats on, like I'm about to go to the appointment, but I got to stop in first. What's your address, Mr. Red, for those who may not know where your shop is located?
Yes, Ebony Beauty Supply is located at 3522 East Nettleton. It is in the Airport Road Shopping Center.
You know what? I think I say Ebony Expressions. I'm thinking about the hair.
Yeah, it's Ebony X, the beauty supply store. It's at 3522 East Nettleton, Airport Road Shopping Center.
Awesome. Thank you. We're going to get right into it. Ms. Terrell, what is the most amazing thing about being an amazing woman?
Um, I think the most amazing thing about being an amazing woman is the ability to be able to pour into other women. I've been a hairstylist for over 30 years now. I started out just thinking I was styling hair. I just thought this is just what I do. I'm a hairstylist. I don't really do just do hair, but I didn't realize the life changing things that take place in the salon and the ability to change people's personality, the way they feel about themselves. That entire thing. So that ability to give a little bit, and I feel like in the salon, you give a little bit of yourself every single day that you give something to someone else that they then take away and make them have a better day or to see themselves different, live with confidence. Most women know what it feels like to go to the hair salon or to even go into now currently the beauty supply store and pick up the things you need. You walk in a little frumpy, maybe looking down, and you walk out feeling a thousand, like 100 million bucks. You're just a totally different person. Actually, it changes your attitude, it changes your personality. Everything is transformed.
Yeah, because you're about to look different too. So
Absolutely.
you get it's like going to the doctor when you're not feeling well because you know you're about to, on the way to getting better, right? And so
Right.
that's how it is when we know we're coming to you, like, okay, we're one step closer to looking normal again.
Absolutely. Transformations. Definitely. Definitely.
Awesome. So let me say this because I know that you have to run because you're still literally working. I would like to say first that Mrs. Terrell Patterson was also our 2024 Entrepreneur of the Year for Over a Cup. And we just wanted to ensure that we acknowledge the trailblazers, again, the shoulders that we can stand on, because people in this community were doing it when there were not many faces that were doing it, or we had the faces and we did have a community of entrepreneurs, but they kind of dissipated. But I'm thankful for the resurgence. Again, because we've had the trailblazers who are able to now share and mentor the up and coming entrepreneurs, or even those that are simply needing advice. So, with that, what's your encouragement to the audience of supporting platforms like Over a Cup? And why would you encourage them to give to the organization tonight?
Over the Cup has definitely been, I want to first say thank you so much. I was quite outdone for the award. Definitely, anyone was there, they could definitely tell the look at my face and the surprise that I was completely outdone. So thank you guys very much for acknowledging me and my achievements. I'm very grateful for it. Very, very grateful for it. I think the important things for Over the Cup is the community, having the ability to share with other women who are going through some of the same experiences that you are experiencing. One of the things that, and it's just a little quick candid moment for me and Shanquetta, is that she walked in and I was having one of those overwhelming days. When we opened up our new location, it's a lot larger, so we have way more inventory, and it has been quite the undertaking for me and my daughter. I cannot leave her out. She is a major part of Ebony X. Jasmine she is the major part of Ebony X. And so we often worry about how to balance life, family, the business, and all in one. And that is one of the things that I picked up from coming to Overcup, spending time with the women that are there, talking with them as they come into the store or as I see them in the salon, and even Shanquetta, and just the influence that you guys have and the willingness to help each other. That is major for most women. When I started out in the business in Jonesboro, there weren't a lot of faces that I could turn to say, hey, I'm doing this and I'm having a little concern for it. Do you have some advice for me? There wasn't a lot of that. So I appreciate it by being a long time Jonesboro and living here for a long time, all my life actually, and then having someone in this type of atmosphere to be able to help other women. So I'm grateful for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And yes, your daughter is amazing, for sure. I will also say this. So I am like very old school when it comes down to uh, curling my hair. I just do a wrap. I like the Marcel's, and I like this one oil, Kimi oil. And I literally went there and she didn't have, I'm like, I know it's like, oh, no one really uses that anymore. But she was like, give us a week or two. She called me and was like, the oil is here. And so I'm
Yes.
just thankful, just the intentionality. And so we celebrate you, Miss Terrell. Thank you so much for joining. I know you have to get back, but we surely thank you for your time, for your leadership, for being a trailblazer, and for all the great things that you're doing. And God's blessings in your continued success for your store and beyond. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I want to quickly say before we leave, August,
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
getting ready for our back to school hairstyles that we give away to freely to little girls. And we are definitely looking for braiders, hairstylists. Just if you are a mom who can braid some hair, just come out, see us. We'll have registration coming up really soon. That's been one of our newest little babies that we are really trying to get off the ground. Thank everyone and especially thank you, Shanquetta, for the invite. We are proud and often to be here for our community.
Oh, thank you so much. Awesome. All righty. Well, you have a great night. Everybody give air claps, all the great stuff. And we'll be sure to link uh, Mrs. Terrell's store and beauty salon in the chat as well, if you have not patronized so far. All righty. We're going to bring up our next amazing woman in our celebration. Oh, go ahead, Whitney. You're on it. You are on it. And again, this is a celebration of women, of amazing women. We have the easy road just to facilitate this conversation and have people come up here. Whitney, what are your thoughts so far? I have
I
to go
am
back and check the chat.
I am loving it. Yes, we drop Ebony X expressions into the chat. We got the address. So y'all please go and patronize Ebony X. And then if you just feeling like you need a updo, just go over to the shop. Get on the books. Let's get the ladies,
Right.
ladies. We don't
It's a
have to,
continual
we don't.
flow, right? It's
Yes,
circular. You
yes.
go
And
get your
that's another
products, go
thing.
sit in the chair, go sit in the chair, then go get the
Yes,
products. All the good stuff. I love
yes,
it. All
yes.
right. We have our next entrepreneur here, Miss Hope Sylvie. And let me say this, or are you on? I know she's so tech savvy. She's going to get me. But this
While she's
amazing
coming
lady,
on,
okay.
don't y'all forget the Cash App is $ OACJB. And we had a question in the chat that says that they don't have Cash App. Can they just donate coming by the office? Yes, Shanquetta, would you please share the address they can send checks or money orders to?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You can send donations to 1411, and we'll be sure to put that in the chat too. 1411 Franklin Street, Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. You can title it. You can label your envelope Shanquetta Cunningham over a cup. Again, that's 1411 Franklin Street. I need to add Suite 5,
Oh,
Jonesboro, Arkansas, 72401. We also have a way for if you would like to donate via PayPal. You do not have to have a PayPal account to do that. And you can donate via credit card that way as well. So, Miss Hope, are you here with us? Because we have a workflow, and I know we're probably about 8 minutes behind on our end what we're doing, but we're going to catch it up.
Yes, I'm here.
We can't see you. I know you were having some technical difficulties. Okay. Hey, honey. So proud of you, Hope.
you
Okay.
gonna get Sean. You gonna get.
I know she is. So Hope is a graduate also of the Lead Business Academy, sponsored by Cares Group and Over a Cup. She has a home care facility. She also has a food truck. She also has an event space. She also has an ice cream truck, to which we were so gracious to utilize for our fall festival at our church. She is all things a serial entrepreneur. And so, Miss
Yes.
Hope, I'm so glad. And she is around her friends, she's very talkative, but here I'm proud of her just for even coming on and just even saying hi. You gonna say hi to the people?
Hi.
It is so
Okay.
funny.
So what is the what would you consider to be a strength or what amazes you about being a woman?
Like I wrote it down and I was like, she took my what I was gonna say. But the most like amazing thing about being a woman is like to give birth. Um like to give birth and nurture life is like one of the most like profound and inspiring aspects of being a woman.
Oh, I love it. Come on. Okay. So she's gonna get me. I'm so
She
proud
done
of her.
gave birth to all them businesses.
Look, y'all, she is a serial entrepreneur. I'm talking about a millionaire
Yeah.
walking, literally, and so down to earth and not trying to count her corns in public. But I'm saying how she is, her mind thinks business all the time. But her
Yes.
in public speaking now, this is a new area. So I'm so proud of her. I really am.
I am
Uh,
too.
it's Whitney. Okay, I forgot because y'all are close too. Would you like to jump on in here?
No, you're doing fine. Okay. So tell us, Hope. Like what is I'm gonna say what is the most important thing to celebrate about the community, especially the community with like Leap, your Leap sisters and your and then the community that you have found in Shanquetta. Like tell us what like an important factor of that.
I would say like my growth and accomplishment, like and heritage, like worth and value of being a woman.
Okay.
Yeah. Growth,
Look
growth. That's good. That's good because if you're in a community and you're not growing, then you might as well back your car up out of there. If the people around you are not causing you to grow and see things in a different light, then you need to reevaluate your surroundings. I love being around Hope, y'all. Like I go over there for one thing and
Absolutely.
we talking about five different things, but all business,
And she'll
all
feed you too. She'll feed you.
business.
She'll feed you as well. So why would you encourage people to donate to Over a Cup on tonight?
I would encourage people like because what I got is like to like sense of like the community and personal like growth.
Awesome, awesome. Do you believe that what would you say to other people, let me say this, who may not think that this is a space for them? What would you say to that?
I would say, I mean, because I'm really I was kind of nervous of joining the group too, but I mean, it helped me through a lot, especially like I'm still kind of shy talking in public, but but other than that, like it helped me like to try like to like move forward, like even like with just being discouraged like within the group, it'll like help you like more motivation and like see who you really is. Like and step out on faith.
Awesome, awesome. You did so great, Hope. Thank you. Thank you for joining on tonight. Give love to all those babies. My daughter missed her baby boy Sunday. So, but we sure thank you for joining us on tonight. And be sure she has so many businesses. So if you're looking for some home health support, if you have elderly relatives, you want her food truck to come up, we're just going to tag her name so that then you
Yes.
can connect with her or reach out to myself or Whitney. An event space, graduation is coming up. We'll be sure to connect you so that you can meet and talk with Hope. As you can see, she's real down to earth. And so we love you, Hope. Thank you for
Love you
joining
too.
us.
Yes, we love
Thank you.
you.
All righty.
Yeah. This
Okay.
is awesome. This
I
is
know. I'm so
awesome.
excited. All right, we're just gonna keep on rolling. We're gonna keep rolling on.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, we're gonna
see.
keep going. We're gonna keep going.
Okay,
Got this. I'm just
and be
strolling the
sure.
chat.
Okay, I was going to say be sure to please tag fellow women entrepreneurs, tag fellow philanthropists, people that just love to donate great causes. We want to shout out to Miss Beverly Morrow, who has already donated to support over a cup. If you know of her, if you go to Little Rock and stop at McDonald's anywhere in the city, that's her. So we just want to thank Trailblazers that believe in communities like Over a Cup. And so you have someone that donated as well in your name already, Miss Whitney.
Yes, Miss Takesha Cross. She is in Pine Bluff. The Pine Bluff community knows her well. She helps educators to find grants to get a down payment for homes. She helps educators. If you're even thinking about going into education, she helps and she partners with my organization, Arkansas Teacher Corps, to get you in programs that will help support you in the classroom. She is like my all-time fave. Like she was my mentee. She's in the area of career and technical education, and she has a heart for educators, not just in the classroom, but outside the classroom. So if y'all are ever in Pine Bluff or thinking about moving that way, please reach out to Ty Keisha Cross. The Crosses are angels in Pine Bluff.
About to really ready to talk. Thank you. And thank you so much, Miss Cross, already. And I haven't checked anything because I'm trying to do all this, but I do know those. And so if you donated, please put in the chat so we can shout you out as well. But we have our next phenomenal woman that's here, hailing from my hometown of Blytheville, now by way of Northwest Arkansas, Miss Dequisha Prude Wheeler, who is the CEO and founder of Legacy. I want to say Legacy so bad first. Prude Legacy Law Group, right? Who is all things wills, trust, getting your family in order, all things patient with clients who take forever to get their items back. I will attest to her patience. Uh, but Ms. DeQuisha, please share a little bit more about what you do. We're going to get right into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. You kind of explained a little bit about already what I do, which is wills, trusts, powers of attorney. We do business formations, all the things. I think essentially what I would categorize as what I do is be an advocate for my clients, be a counselor for them to counsel them on what things look like for them after they talk about what their goals in life are, how can we achieve those, and essentially helping them to protect their legacy in one way or another through wills, trust, business building, all those things.
Awesome. Awesome. So let me also say that she comes from an amazing, like, just family of entrepreneurs. Everyone knows how to make money. She, her sisters are great. Like it's just literally it's in her name, legacy. And so I really do applaud. I grew up knowing your mom from just in high school and all those things. And so I mean, it's really amazing for you and your family. So my hat's off to you all. What would you consider one of the most amazing things about being a woman?
Um, I think it's just we can do all things. Like
Yes.
being a woman, you're just so powerful because number one, we're the only people who can create life. We're the only ones who can give life, which is just insane. As a mother myself, like just that experience, as like you can't tell me anything as a woman now. Like I've given birth to life. Like I've given life to someone. There's absolutely nothing you can't tell me. I continue to work after that. So like Beyonce say, we birth the babies and get right back to it. Get into work. You know, it doesn't slow you down. It's not easy, but we do it all. And we do it with grace. And a lot of us make it look easy and it's not. And so just being able to do all the things and sustain and continue going, like that's what it means to me. Um, And so, yeah, I think
Mhm.
that's the most thing. We're just so powerful and can do so much. Um, and that's what sticks out to
Mhm.
me. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And with as we're celebrating women, and you've hit the nail on the head that from giving birth, and then especially when you're starting your own business, your own law practice. But this is a part of who you are in purpose and being advocate. So what's your encouragement to the women that are watching who may need that extra umph right now of pursuing purpose and moving forward as women and families and all the things?
Mhm. So I would say what keeps me encouraged is just knowing that the heart you're experiencing now won't be there in 6 months or a year. You know,
Mm,
it's hard right now, but it will not be there in 6 months. Everything is going to get easier. When I look at where I was as a business owner, even as just an attorney 5 years ago, I would have never imagined I would be where I am right now. And you can't see it when you're in it. But if you keep going, you get up every single day and give it 110%. Some days you don't have 110, and that's okay. Some days I have like 10% and I give it 10. And I'm like, that's what I have today. We'll come back tomorrow and try again. But the
that's
point,
good.
you give it 110 most days, and it starts to show up. The work will show up if you continue to show up every day and give it your all. And that just looks different for everyone, whether you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a caretaker for family, like showing up looks different. Um, and it's going to require some sacrifices for me sometimes, especially having small kids. That sacrifice is during the day. I don't get to work a whole lot. A lot of my work is done at night when my kids are asleep. And so it's not
Mm,
fun,
mm,
but that's when my mind is clear. I'm not worried about someone calling me or pulling me away. And so that's the sacrifice that I make currently in this season, but it's just a season. In like 2 years, they're going to be in school and I'm not going to have to worry about that anymore. And so the perspective that I have is just keep pushing right now. This is what it looks like 6 months from now, a year from now. It's going to be a lot easier for you, or the heart will be different. It'll be a different heart at that point.
mm. Oh, I love
Well,
that.
that's
Honey,
good.
it's temporary. Then too, I think quote that. I hope someone put that in there too about just it basically it will not last always. Life is measured
Yes,
in
that was
seasons.
good.
Yeah, and so we have to recognize that. And when you're in it, though, you can forget that. But I think that was a beautiful reminder. You are in
Yes.
Northwest Arkansas. And so one of the things, again, I know that you, of course, have Northeast Arkansas roots, but I'm so appreciative of you coming on here and just sharing that wisdom and leveraging, your platform to support Over a Cup. What is your encouragement to other women today or anyone that's watching of why they too should support Over a Cup and the work that we do to support fellow Black women entrepreneurs?
Well, I just say I love the work that you do with Over a Cup. Um, Nobody shows up for Black women like Black women do. And you
Yes.
are Over a Cup. And I applaud it so much. I appreciate it so much. I value what you do. And so just celebrating women is it seems, as a part of what I see what you do through Over a Cup. You celebrate them, you educate them, you provide a village for them. And with Black women being some of the highest numbers of people starting businesses, that's needed because a lot of us don't know what we're doing when you start a business. You just need somebody to ask questions to, like, I don't know what I'm doing. What do I do here? What do I do there? And so just having that and having that community is amazing that you do. And so I think if anybody who is a advocate of celebrating women, affirming the value of women and letting them know that you matter, your voice matters, then they need to donate to Over a Cup, support Over a Cup, even if it's not just financial. We want the money. Yes, please donate. Um, but just showing the support, sharing the things when you post, um,
Absolutely.
showing up for the event, volunteering your time for certain things, like all that empowers the organization, which through that organization you empower the women. And so a lot of that is just about visibility. If you show up, like see us and what we're doing, and that visibility can go miles and miles for some women. They just want to be seen. And so I see you and I see what you're doing. And so I applaud you. If anybody who, again, just wants to celebrate women and empowering women and their value needs to support Over a Cup.
Oh, thank you so much, Quisha. DeQuisha, I don't think I've ever said your full name. I'm trying to say it, but it doesn't even feel as natural. You've known someone for so long, but Mrs. Wheeler, thank you so much. Of Prudent Legacy Law Group. Again, someone that is supporting, helping, educating, getting our documents right for our families. And that's a whole nother live and conversation. But if you're just interested also in the consultation of what that looks like, because again, we all have to get our affairs in order, whether we want to have the tough conversations or not. And so this is the go-to attorney for that. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your time, and thank you for celebrating with us on tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
All righty.
Have a good night.
We're going to have a great night too. We're going to keep it rolling. Okay, new phone here, trying to figure things out. I know I should be used to these things by now. So, with that, we're going to keep up. We have two more wonderful women to speak with on tonight.
Yes.
And let's go ahead and admit. And this is a woman of time and tardiness, and we are a few minutes behind. I love you though.
It's all right.
Yeah,
It is
she loves
all right.
time and non-tardiness.
Listen, I intentionally did not, when I saw the lineup, I intentionally did not listen. I logged in just now to listen, and she was talking so good. I said, no, I can't hear it because I don't want to find myself repeating it because I just heard it. So I was like, these ladies are amazing. You have some amazing ladies.
Oh, thank you. Now, if you all know Dr. Brenda Randall, she is all things powerhouse. She founded first I think I first met you not only because we're sorority sisters, but because of the conference that she's held, that she is a visionary pusher, like absolute to the best. You cannot be average around Doc. That's just it. That sums up her. You will not be average around her. And then she started with publishing, with a writing doctor, and reviewing, dissertations, books, movies, probably cinema. She probably have wrote a couple of plays by now in on Broadway. Nor
Well, we ghostwrite books too. So, but I signed a contract, so you'll never know. Some people I won't share because we signed a contract on that. But yes, we do all things writing. Anything you can think of, we've probably done it.
Yeah, that's what I said. All things, and then too a little biased because how she loves my family is the guy, and her and her husband are godparents to
Yes.
our babies, and so we love the Randalls. And so I'm going to get right into it. I told Whitney this. I said I'm just going to ask one question. You know what I tell you, Whitney, about Doc?
So many great things about you, Doc.
Man,
But
listen, it's all God. I kid you not.
Yes. She was like, God, you gonna ask her one question and she gonna go with it. Let's ask her one question so she can go. Like her voice even ready for it. Come on.
I know. I say I didn't know to have her last or what, but we're just gonna go with it. But
Listen,
one,
I have my timer because you will not be like Doc. So I'm gonna whatever you flow with. I'm gonna match whatever you give me. I'm gonna flow right with you.
okay, so we're celebrating women tonight. Well, let me do this. I'm gonna change it up intentionally. Don't have us on the floor, but I'm gonna change this question intentionally.
Okay.
We're celebrating women and we're entrepreneurs and we're family women and all the things. Can we have it all? Or how should we be defining what it is that we should be pursuing?
Okay, so I can give you about 5 different areas where that question is concerned. I think we can have it all, but I think, and I know I'm going to get some. Well, you're going to get some blowback because this is your platform. I think it matters if you're talking about a married woman or if you're talking about a single woman, because a married woman can do a lot of things, but it's going to matter who you're married to. I always tell people, other excuse me, other than accepting Christ, who you marry is the second largest, biggest decision you will make. Because I mean, you can marry the right person and they can compliment you and you can flow and you're a mother, you're a wife, you're a businesswoman, you're rocking in the boardroom, you're coming home and you're married to the right woman, you can flow that way. But if you are married to someone and you are not married to the person God has ordained for your life, then that's going to be a different situation. Because while you can be successful in the boardroom, you may not be successful at home. And what is success? The question I like to ask clients when I first sit down to them, I say, before we begin, tell me what success looks like for you. Because what success looks like for me is not going to be the same for you. And when you say, can you have it all? A single woman, her heart, if we're talking about a woman who is a believer, her heart is to God. So she can flow a little bit more freer. She's asking him, while a married woman is still asking Father. A single woman is asking him. She can pack up and go. She can move. She can flow. So I do believe, in a sense, it may look like it's easier for a single woman to have it all, but I would beg to differ. If you're married to the right person, together, I believe you can have it all. Because I just think that you have to make sure. I was asking Father one time about because most people that know me, they know I married young. I I put a ring on at 18, and this is one of the things I always say. When we are looking for mates, most people, not everybody, most people are looking through the natural eye. And we look at where we are now. But Father chooses your mate for what you're gonna be. You don't know where you're gonna. You have dreams of where you think. I didn't think that I was gonna start VLA. See how I'm moving right into what I was gonna talk
Come
about.
on.
Visionary
You did
Leadership
it. Oh,
Academy. I didn't know I was going to
come
start
on.
Visionary Leadership Academy, which a lot of you don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't rolled it out yet, but I'm rolling it out on your platform. August 24th, August 25th, I'll be starting a school. It's called Visionary Leadership Academy, K through third grade. It's entrepreneurial based and faith based. Because the Bible says before I was formed in my mother's womb, he knew me. So he knew what I was purposed to do. Let me give you a sidebar. How would our lives look if we knew in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade what we were ordained to do? What would your life look like had you known this is what I'm gifted to do, so I don't have to force my child to be a lawyer, because that is not what God called my child to do. My father called my child to be a dentist. This is what we should be pouring our money into. Okay, that's a sidebar. But going back into what you were saying, so what does that look like
I
when
told
you're
you.
when you're talking about
Come
a
on,
married
I'm
woman?
here. I'm here. Come on.
You can, yes, you can have it all, because if you're married to the right person, then that person says to you, say, you know what, husband, this is what I hear Father saying. And husband says either A or B. Either I don't know if I hear that, but if he values the voice of his wife, he says, I know my wife wouldn't lie on Father. So if you say Father said it, I think I believe you. So how can we move together? I know I have a little boy. I have a foster daughter. I have a husband. So how can we navigate that thing since we have a family? What will that look like? Does that mean we need to bring on some help? Does that mean we might need to hire a housekeeper? And don't know. I know somebody's gonna say, "What if we don't have the money?" Okay, let's add up what we're spending eating out. I'm getting into something else now. I don't want to go into all of that, but we just have to come together and see how can we
Yeah.
successfully have it all working together without
Hmm.
without leaving or negating what's important in our lives. I'm stopping there because I know I don't want to go too far over whatever you have me going, whatever you have me
I
doing.
told you. Did I tell you? I said just one question. I told you. I don't know why I gave her a list, but I'm gonna stick to the script. I'm gonna stick to the script. I'm gonna go back to it. I told you. So let me ask you this then. For women, will you share the importance of, I will do this. Why community? Because we can hear, and especially as we have one more guest coming on, but as we're wrapping this in, but why is it important for women, especially Black women, to be in community, to support events and organizations that gathers community. Why is it so necessary?
Because number one, representation matters. We got to think about the next generation behind us. What our children don't see is difficult for them to be. So representation matters. It's important for us to gather together because our voice matters. So, over a cup is not just about one woman. It's not just about, because I think not everybody, sometimes I think and when I say we collectively, sometimes we may hear a narrative or hear people say, well, that's her thing. No, this is our thing. Because when you go up, we go up. When we have a voice through over a cup, when we have representation through over a cup, the bigger voice we have, the more we can change things. We can't make change if we don't verbalize what's going on. And if we don't have people gathered together to verbalize what's going on, how can we ever expect change to be made? How can we expect monies to flow to and through our community if we're not pouring into our community? And we have to have that. That's why, especially when we're talking about a nonprofit, sometimes people will say, well, they need money. I can't think of anything we could do without money. The Bible says money answers all things. You have to have money. We have to have money to function. Whatever you're doing, you have to have money. So over a cup is no different. If we want women in our community to be lifted, the more over a cup is lifted, then we're able to flow that money down to help each other. Just like this platform. You brought us on this platform tonight. It was not free. You had to pay for this platform. We couldn't do the 30-minute Zoom, the 40-minute Zoom. We had to pay for that. It's not free. Gathering these ladies together, their time, their energy they're pouring into this. These things cost. And so we need to all stick together, work together, come together so that we can lift over a cup, so our voices can be represented. And then so we have more women who come on board, and then it just flows out. We don't want this just to be a Jonesboro thing or a surrounding area thing or even an Arkansas thing. It just flows bigger and bigger. And the more we pour, the larger things become. And when we pour, Father's gonna pour. So I don't have to worry about, I didn't have to ask you, are you gonna pay me? Are you gonna pay me? I don't have to worry about you paying me. Father's gonna pay me because I'm sowing into good ground right now. That's why I will never be broke. I don't care. I don't care what anybody else says. You can declare what you want over your life. I will never be broke because I am a giver and I don't give expecting. When I give to you, I know Father's gonna find some way to give to me. I'm not looking for you to do anything for me. I don't care if you never do anything for me. I have never called and said, Shanquetta, will you give me some money? Will you do? Why? I'm not expecting it from you. That's not your job. Your job is to do what you're called and purposed to do through over a cup. Whatever Father has called you to do, you're called to gather these women together. You're called to create this platform. You're called to find out how we can help organize through the community. You're called to look for grants. You're called to, that's what you're called to do. When you do what you're called to do, then I can help you carry the vision. And just like I'm running with your vision, guess what? Father's gonna send somebody to run with mine. Just like that. Just like that.
I'm about to have to mute over here.
I should have. Oh, I'm not even on mute. I told you.
Listen. I am excited about everything over a cup. You're doing things with over a cup that has taken other organizations years to do. And I just think that because of your heart, and people see the heart behind what you're doing. When you see the heart behind what someone's doing, then if you're not getting on board with that, then you need to ask yourself a series of questions, starting with why. Why not? I love to use this example with clients. I'm just going to use hair because when I think about how much money we pour into the hair industry, and I think about my stylists and different ones, and I think about helping other people. What is it going to mean for me to help somebody else? You just think about the city of I'm just talking about Jonesboro right now. I don't know the exact number, but let's just say, I'm just throwing out a number. Let's say we have more than this, but if we have 20,000 women in Jonesboro, Black women, we're just gonna say 20,000 Black women. If you own a salon, 20,000, I'm just gonna throw out a number, 20,000 Black women. If Father gave you 10%, you can't probably do 2,000 women hair. If you had 2,000, so that's 10%. What if he gave you 5%? That's 1,000 women. Can you do 1,000? What if he just gave you 1%? If he gave you, you telling me you're believing, you don't believe him to give you 1%? I'm not concerned about somebody else editing books. I'm not concerned about somebody else opening a school. Good. I hope you're doing well. I want you to do well. I'll help you. Reach out. Let's work together. Because guess what? All of these children who need a school, I mean, all of these children, this is a faith-based school. This is an entrepreneurial school. This is a school with vision. You telling me Father can't give me 1% of K through third graders? No. You got to think of it like that. McDonald's is not worried about Burger King. Some days I wanted flame broiled. Some days some days I may not want that. It's okay. So when you think about the numbers like that, I believe that it should make you really rein in some things with helping other people. You can help other people and you'll still be blessed. You don't have to worry about somebody taking something from you. So that's why we should be pouring into Over a Cup, because it's not taking anything from us. It's only building us.
This is where the altar call comes in.
Don't get me excited. Don't get me excited tonight.
Listen, I call Dr. Encourager in Chief. I intentionally just paused because everyone needs intentional spaces to be poured into. And I was literally sapping that in for me. So I definitely took a moment of privilege just to be poured into unapologetically as well.
Absolutely.
I thank you. I thank you for your authenticity. I thank you for the challenge. I'm excited. I'm so excited. You know, we kept the littles home during COVID, and that was our thing too. Just being able to say we can now teach the Bible and teach different things, and then to know now someone in our very own community is doing that, about to change the game and shift the whole districts, come August.
Yeah.
I know that she will share more information with us, and we'll hear it so that we can begin to share. I don't even know if you have a wait list, but I bet you it probably started tonight.
Yes.
K through third, if you have already graduated, you can't go back. You're gonna have to go through her other consulting session and book a session for you adults. But
we are
you
anticipating
so
a wait list. Yes.
Thank you so much.
It's
Doc,
already
Dr.
done.
Rachel.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies, for having me. I appreciate you. Everybody go out and sow. Please sow. As soon as we get off, I'm going to sow my seed as well, because guess what? I'm not going to miss out. I want a piece too, so I'm definitely going to absolutely sow. So please. She's already listed that platform for how you can give. Please, let's work together. Let's pour into our own community as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Doc.
Thank
you. Bless me. Love you.
Love you. You all have a good night. Bye-bye.
All right.
You too.
Woo! I told you.
One thing my apostle always says, what you need is in the room. And everybody on the live, everything you need. You have now talked to what we have, 4 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people with gifts that I know what the first person said, stay in your lane. That's 5 gifts that can work together to advance our community. And I'm sure we got other entrepreneurs in the chat. You have a gift. We put all that together. Our community is bad. Our community is bad.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think I saw someone that said they sold Miss Tina Selby. Thank you so much.
That's my bestie.
Okay, thank you so much. I heard Selby, so is she a singer? Because when I hear Selby, I hear singers, not singers. I hear singers.
She is married into that, so she can adopt the gift of singing. Look, I do want to shout her out. She is an entrepreneur. She is an entrepreneur and she travels from Oklahoma to Arkansas. Creative
Okay.
love. She can do decor. She is awesome at it. So if anybody is needing a party done, you got graduations coming up, you got prom send-offs, please reach out to Tina Selvey. She said absolutely not a singer. But she is definitely a top-notch decor person. If you are wanted, she can bring your vision to life. So, y'all, please befriend Tina Selvey and her business page, Creative Love LLC. She is awesome and she travels to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sewing and just all things. Tonight has just been so amazing. I know
Yes.
that Hope, I think that's her business page, A&M Quality In-Home Care, as well. So for our past, one of our past speakers that was just on here, Miss Hope. And
I
was
think
that
that's
her or
her
is there someone
business. No,
different?
I think it's a new business.
Oh, that's a new business? Oh
I
yeah,
think
hers
that's
Gifted Hands. This is a
yes.
A&M Quality. Okay, come on. Love it. Sorry, A&M.
Yes. Come on,
But we,
enlarge territory. Come on.
yes, I love it. Okay, well, listen. So anyone who knows Overcup knows the OG.
Yes, yes, yes. Our fave.
Um, Overcup, and going back to one of those 10 women, she was one of those women. And I will say, not just braggadociously or out of just trying to say anything else, but she stayed. She was the first one there, and she's still here, growing and leaping. At one point, I did get a little upset with her for as an insider. She knows, but I mean, there is absolutely when you have someone that um, will say, "Hey, I want to go and sell hats." Candid for me has been, oh, I bet you can count these costs, but where we gonna get this material, girl, so we can do it. She is just she would talk about me bad, but she's right there. And herself and her husband, they have Take One Performance. Everyone knows Jason Smith and health guru and track runner and all of this amazing marathon person. And so they're getting everyone in shape holistically, beautiful family. Also, she is a financial consultant and business consultant with Communities Unlimited. She's a realtor. She's a strategist. She's just all things amazing. And so we just had to round out our celebration of women with the, right hand of it all, Mrs. Candace,
Yes.
and who's also been in the chat. I see I'm looking back now, just hyping it all up. So, hey, Candace.
Hey y'all. How y'all gonna put
Hey,
me last
girl.
after Dr. Randall? I mean, amazing. Amazing.
I told you, I was like, listen, if I was probably on the floor, I just would have been out. Y'all know me. I'm like, where did you take it?
Like, Lord, I gotta go next. Like,
No, but most deserving. Now I'm going to switch up a question
Yes.
for you
yes. Yeah.
because you've been here.
Hmm.
Um, but what would you, and we didn't start out to where like this should be a nonprofit. We're just gathering folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, as we do that, will you share, why it's in like just about women, about entrepreneurship, about community? Why do we need one another?
Well, as it's been said tonight, we need one another because for one, we don't know what we don't know. And sometimes you just need to be around people. And sometimes you just need that moral support. Um, and just for people to just be in the room. Sometimes it's kind of like how I have my relationship with like the church. And sometimes I'm like, I may not be feeling it spiritually, that day, but I'm like, I'm just gonna show up because Lord, I know you have something for me. And that's the same thing I feel for Over a Cup, where it's like, I don't know who I'm supposed to meet, but this is my community. And this is why I have showed up time and time again since 2018, because I didn't know that I needed that community until the community was presented, until the opportunity was there. When you called me, I was like, absolutely. I was sitting at home with some young babies, and I was like, yes, let me get out of this house and just come and sit with other people who are not asking me for food and milk. And so, but we do need that support, because also we don't know what other people know or what resources are available until we just get there and we say, you know what, I need this. And they're like, oh, girl, let me call so and so for you. I already have that. Or, oh yeah, I have an extra vehicle that you can borrow right here. And it just happens that way where, oh my gosh, it's a God thing. And you just need that community even when you don't even know what you need at the moment. So yes.
Sometimes I think that we undervalue the little questions of
Mhm.
business and why
Mhm.
like this space matters. Just being able to reach out to someone to say, hey, like I'm going to post this reel, give me a caption. Everyone will always kind of send things to me. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
word, like you're the wordsmith, word this up so I can share this. But
Mhm.
you will have to go and set up a whole consultation with a marketing expert
Yeah.
or something like that, right? Because
Yeah.
again, you not being in community,
Yeah.
or just even now, just then you build relationships within the relationships of
Mhm.
over a cup. You know, by far, I know that people come to you for financial advice and again, being able to budget all of these things. So with celebrating women in entrepreneurship, what would you say to the woman that may be afraid to step out and start the business or restart it or pick it up if it's falling? We're celebrating women, but let's just acknowledge that sometimes it gets hard.
Yeah.
So what would you have to say to them?
I would say for one, keep God first. And I would say pray and ask for that wisdom and discernment. Sometimes things might be done out of alignment with God's will, and also just out of the right timing. But then when that timing is there, then you ask God to guide you and to put you in the right places, in the right spaces, because sometimes we should not be operating out of fear, because God has not given us a spirit of fear. And so for that woman, I would say you got to do it scared, because there is something on the other side of that scared, on the other side of that action that you need to take, on the other side of that phone call. Girl, just do it, honey. And then if you mess up, guess what? You can try it again. And it's just, we have to find people that can give us grace and extend grace to us. We do not all have it all together. We do not have
Yeah,
it all
if they
together.
only
And so I would say
if you only knew.
and this is what Over a Cup is for. I mean, to ask questions. So, girl, look, how do I go live and share the sound? I ain't gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Probably should put a backdrop to it. We help each other like this.
My
Like
backdrop
promise you.
backwards, so and I that so I would say for the woman who is looking to start or looking to start over, you just have to do it. Tap into that strength that you already have.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
One of the things with over a cup, a lot of ups, some downs, but that's any organization, right? And the downs is just when the stretch is there and you're like right there, like, okay, we do, and we are believing women of God to where
Mhm.
it's like, okay, our next level is here. What does
Mhm.
that look like? Right. And I thank God for people like you who have always, you said the word grace, to be able to say, okay, there is a next level. And so we started with the Leap Academy, which is a free support, say the word for me, child. A free incubator
Is that the
program for Black women entrepreneurs. Whitney was there, Hope, have been a part of it. And even the realization to where, okay, but there's still a next level. Like,
Mhm.
we're wanting now to do different things and take our women that's here in Northeast Arkansas who may not know how to go to different cities and look for other businesses and sit down.
Mhm.
But between myself and Candence, promise you, we're going to know someone across this region. Whitney, literally across this, entire
Yeah.
state. But this is the work that we want to do and move forward, because we have to have our own vehicle, because nobody's coming with a van for us. So
Mm.
therefore we work together. We're going to load up and we go together. That is literally
Mhm.
and metaphorically. So we're going to round this out with Candace, since she's been here. Why, again, our last, few moments, what's the value of supporting Overcup? And then if people want to be involved,
Yeah.
how, can they just be involved with Overcup?
So the value of supporting Over a Cup is just what we just said, is being able to provide resources for people. I think that one thing is people, I mean, I'm gonna just be real. We're talking about meeting over a cup. Who's paying for the cup? Somebody has to pay for the cup. So that's where those funds are going. Or when you have someone who comes and says, I really want to start this business, I just need to get some business cards. One thing that we take for granted is the access. And sometimes an access is relative. So what is easy for us to do is order some business cards somebody else may not be able to do. And so with Over a Cup, we meet women at any point of business. So if you come with your idea, or if you're come ready to revamp, or you need to get a new logo, we are here to be able to provide that resource so we can pay for your logo, so we can help you to get a name tag so you can go to an event and network. You might not have a brick and mortar location, but baby, you got a name tag and you are official. It's things like that to where we can be able to open that access. Or if you've been operating as a sole proprietor and now you need to take it to the next level to do an LLC, okay, we can get you some assistance to get your LLC filed. So things like that is money is going to help with those resources and provide that access. And so we meet every fourth Saturday, either at 9 or 10 a.m., depending upon the month. And we meet monthly. It will be either in person or virtual. And we just ask that you just show up. But then there's also going to be other levels of programs that we're going to roll out for Over a Cup, where you get to get a little bit more access. Because again, people that are running the programs, we're going to have professionals, subject matter experts, who are going to be able to offer their services probably at a discounted price. Somebody has to get paid. Everybody has bills. So this is why it's important to give to Over a Cup, because of the things that we're trying to do, because we're helping people to move the needle forward. And that's why I'm still here.
Period.
Maybe exclamation point.
I was about to say, I don't know what I have to say after that. Oh, thank you, C. So, thank you just so much for just being able. We've had a number of conversations, and that is, I don't allow too many people to, when I give you access to check me, I don't know why I have the realest checkers in the world. Like Dr. Randall's one, you could just imagine, right? Candace. And so, Miss Amelia, I have people that when I say, oh, I need some advice, I'm like, wait a minute, you got to get your bearings together. But
I would be really asked.
It's great to be surrounded, and that's the important part of Overcome, because people will applaud your pictures, but you need people that will teach you the process, of how to monetize, how to, where if you do have a booming business but failing in other areas, what's the synergy, the harmony in that? So that's Over a Cup. Whitney, I want to say thank you so much for joining on tonight, and co-hosting, monitoring the Zoom, all that good stuff in the chat. I know she did great.
You did a great job.
Do you have any final words to say?
My final words is, y'all, the Cash App is
come on
$ OACJB. Don't forget the PayPal link is in the chat. Donate. Say you just said, okay, I'm just going to donate 10 tonight, but in a couple of weeks, I want to donate again. The Cash App, the PayPal is ever rolling, and it's going to be there. And you can donate as much as your heart desires. As Dr. Randall says, so, and as we say, sow where you want to grow.
Yes. I love that.
Mm.
I love
Oh, I
that.
love that. So where you want to grow.
So where you want
Well,
to go.
Yes,
And you do not have to be a Black woman entrepreneur to sow into Over a Cup.
correct,
Mhm.
correct. Money
just
is
support the
green.
mission. Cash
Yes.
App is green. PayPal is blue. Venmo has a V. And we still sell checks. I assure you, but no, and that is a great point. We thank you for we do have champions such as like Miss Amanda Herget, with and Miss Meredith. You know, these are our Caucasian sisters who are presenters with Over a Cup, who
Yes,
are excelling in business, because they see the value of intentional community for the greater good of the whole economy. And so
yes.
that is a great point. Anyone can sow. It is officially 8:25. And so on that note, I just want to say thank you all so much. Ms. Whitney stopping me.
Yes, yes, because we have to invite everyone out to May 20th. We cannot have this and not invite everyone out to May 20th. Come on, Shaquita.
Feel
Come on.
better. Okay.
May
Thank you so much. May
20th.
20th is our ninth annual nonprofit conference. So this is the only consistent nonprofit conference held in the state of Arkansas for nonprofit community leaders. And so right now there is also a special going on. Since we are in March Madness and in basketball, you register for nonprofit leaders, your board members, volunteers, then you also will be able to have one person attend at no cost. The savings of $147. You better. You see the value of the village. Let me go ahead and put this in here right quick
Yes,
so that
drop that, drop that. And when you see it
uh
come across y'all pages, please share it. This is going to be information on AI. We are moving to we just saw what somebody did with AI. And so we are moving to that age and we would like to get informed about it. We're going to have experts in the
absolutely.
building and we want you all to be in the building as well.
Absolutely. And she will be there. Again, think about it, we just kind of roll tailing up into all each other's spaces. Again, about building the village and community. So yes, thank you so much. May 20th, I will see you. This is not exclusive to minority or ethnicity. If you are in philanthropy, nonprofit, faith-based, public education, you want to learn more about how to support, grow your nonprofit, or support the nonprofits in your community, this is the conference for you. So on that note, remember, follow Over a Cup page. So you can sign up also for the newsletter that comes out. Miss Adriana Jones, that's in here. She has been in the chat too, a great volunteer and supporter with that. With Over a Cup, with us as well. So you can reach out to any one of us. I thank you for your time. Thank you to all you amazing women that uplifts our community, that take care of your families, that are praying and covering, for loved ones. And, just thank you for taking up intentional space for the betterment. I'm so grateful to each and every speaker that joined us tonight and love you all. Continue to support Over a Cup, and you all have an amazing night.